Hello, Zoe. Welcome to the MotiV8 Coaching Podcast.
Hello, I'm so excited to be here. So excited to be chatting with you today.
So you're not from motorsports?
No, I am not. I have a husband who is very passionate about it, but we are not a motorsporting family at all. Love to watch it, or he does. And we have two little boys who I have no doubt are going to end up just as obsessed as he is. But I do not have a career in motorsports.
So do tell us, what is your career? What are you here to tell us about today?
I am a Kajabi strategist and mentor. Now, a lot of you are probably going, Kajabi what? So Kajabi is a website platform, which you will hear us probably talking about a little bit more today. And it is specifically designed for course creators and membership owners. So my job is to help digital entrepreneurs to build their websites, launch their courses, and launch their memberships in the most simple and stress-free way. So we're here to talk about memberships today a little bit more.
Yes, and I must say, Zoe's fantastic at her job, and she's helped me so much with my site. For those who've been following for a long time, you see they've got a new website, we've got new courses, we've finally launched that membership site, and that's all for helping me do it all behind the scenes.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
It does take a long time, and there's a lot of moving parts to setting up a membership site.
Yeah.
So for those who don't know, right, back to our basics, what exactly is a membership site?
A membership site is basically like a community of people that pay a fee each month in exchange for some kind of value. And that value could be some content, it could be a product, it could be VIP access, it could just be access to a community where they get access to special behind the scenes kind of things and get to connect with other people in their niche or that kind of are into the same thing as they are. So it's a very popular thing. So some examples of things like memberships are your Netflix subscription. That is a membership site. People have like product-based memberships. So like there's the toilet paper subscription is the one that I keep thinking of. Lots of podcasts are going to subscription models now where they give people extra access to bonus episodes that are only available to those people that have subscribed and pay their $5 a month or whatever to access that additional content. YouTube would be another one where they, you can have a paid YouTube account, or you can, I think Patreon might not be like more of a membership model, but it's a similar kind of thing. So there's lots of different membership ideas, models, different ways that you can kind of create one.
Even paid Facebook group.
A paid Facebook community in its simplest form. Pay $5 a month to come into this Facebook community where I'm going to be sharing lots of extra bonus content around the topic of motorsports.
Yeah, and so LinkedIn has groups, and I believe that Instagram are looking into groups as well. So there's just some other platforms you can consider.
It doesn't surprise me that Instagram are looking at doing groups. They seem to be following all of the other platforms and doing what they're doing.
Yeah, that's right. More money, I guess, for the social influencers to obviously just do what we're talking about, really, is to set up.
I have seen them. I saw just the other day someone talking about how they were like offered a subscription off a post directly through Instagram, where it was like, join this, SMS or community or whatever the community was. And it was all directly through Instagram. They didn't get taken off the platform. So definitely is on its way.
So what are some of the benefits of having a membership site?
The main benefit is that recurring kind of revenue. So it's a monthly fee. And as long as you can retain your members, then you can have that stability of that before the month even starts, you've already got $500 in revenue that is going to be coming in because you've got your 100 members that are paying you $5 a month. So creates a little bit of stability in your revenue, but it's also a good way to create connections, relationships, build a community, and to get to know people on I guess a deeper level.
Yeah, excuse me. So tickle in my throat today. Sorry about that, guys. So with the membership site, obviously it's people that's really following our journey. It's going to make them a little bit of a warmer audience. So not only with the content that we're giving them, like behind the scenes stuff, yes, they're paying us the $5, but we can also sell on sell. It's a lot easier to make more money from them by selling the merchandise pack. So there's benefits for your sponsors as well, where you can promote your sponsors to them. Any like affiliate links that you have, they're going to be more inclined to click on those links, purchase your packs if they know all about you, if they're financially committed to helping you on your racing journey.
Yes, and then they'll be more likely too to recommend, you know, oh, hey, did you see that thing that I got from this person? But, you know, from this driver, you should go and check out. They've got a membership group, so that word of mouth kind of helps to promote it, and then it kind of snowballs a little bit from there. So not only are you getting the membership income, but you're also getting potentially more affiliate income, or better benefits from your sponsors, or those kind of things.
Yeah, and what kind of content should go within the membership site? So you mentioned articles, blogs, that they can do those kind of things.
There is the sky is really the limit. So, we were talking about there's product-based membership subscriptions. So if you have merchandise, you could send, one little product a month, or you could send them a pack when they join. So you could share physical products, and again, that's going to create more brand awareness for you, because if you've got your merchandise in more houses, then people are going to be like, oh, what's that, or where'd you get that from, and start a conversation about it. But you could just share more behind the scenes content of exclusive videos or exclusive interviews, or sharing. You could go live and share a little bit about how you prep for race day, or how you recover after a big weekend away racing, just sharing a little bit more of that content that you maybe wouldn't share on social media, that you can share just with your members, that exclusive kind of behind the scenes look. You could share discount codes that only your members get, so that's loving on them a little bit. You could share blogs, you could share vlogs, you could share podcasts, you could just share, here's what I've been up to today. It's just about making them feel a little bit special, I guess, that they're getting something that other people aren't.
And is there a right amount of content that you need to include in the site? So do you recommend it's a daily thing? How much time goes into a membership site?
They can be a time suck. So you can spend as much or as little time preparing content and creating an experience for these people, but it really is entirely up to you. There's no right, wrong way of going about it. So you might decide that you just want to share one little piece of content per week, and that is it. You might even decide that you just want to share one bigger piece of content once a month. So it might be where, and that's an example of something that I didn't include, but you could do the opportunity for people to actually connect with you. So you could do a live inside of your Facebook community where people actually get to come and chat with you and ask questions and, get to know you a little bit more. So, that might be the main piece of content that you deliver. You just do that live inside of your Facebook community. And that's the main, premise behind the membership. But there's no right or wrong way. You just really need to think about your time constraints. Do you have people that can help you with this kind of stuff, or are you a one-man band? Are you going to be posting physical products? Because when we think about posting physical things, there's obviously the added cost of postage and all of those kind of things. So making sure that you factor that into the price, that point that you're charging. But yeah, it's really about thinking about all of those different variables that and it'll probably evolve. How it starts doesn't necessarily need to be how it finishes. So you could start with just a small amount of content, okay, we're just going to do one interview a month and one vlog post, and then we'll drop little bits of behind the scenes stuff throughout the month with a monthly newsletter, but don't call it a newsletter. And then if you're finding that that's really successful and you've got the ability to expand into more content, then you could always increase it and add on different things. You could add on, different, for example, you could do different tiers. So you could have, now we're just getting into the more complicated realm here, but you could have basic, which is just access to the Facebook community, and they just get that behind the scenes content. Then you've got the VIP model where it's, okay, you start to get some of those more physical items, the merchandise, the discount codes, the live Q&As where they get to, you know, jump on Zoom with you. And that way you're kind of tailoring your membership experience to different people's different budgets and what they kind of want, so they can choose.
Awesome. And you also can do like video birthday calls. You can do things like corporate hospitality. Again, it might be whether they're part of the VIP, they just get it, or you might do a competition each month or whenever you're racing, where you're giving away 2 tickets for entries or something like that. So
competitions that's a really good one. I totally forgot about that, but yeah, that's a really good one, because then I guess you're not needing to give 100 tickets away. You can just be like, each month, you know, I've got 2 tickets as part of your membership. You'll go in the draw to win one of those.
Yeah, it's also a good opportunity that you can utilize the platform to spotlight your sponsors as well. So on the site, you could actually just have a placement of their ads, or you can actually do interviews with them, or behind the scenes tours of their work locations, or what their product is or their services are. It's a lot easier to showcase your sponsors.
Yes, that is. Yeah, you could even have a whole section of or a sponsor of the month or something like that, that you could kind of encourage them to share a little bit of their content, and you can put that just inside of your membership, because like we said before, those people are the ones that are probably more likely to go on and then, you know, follow those people or buy from them, or, you know, work with them in the future.
So you threw out a number there at $5 a month there. Is there a wrong or right way, or how do you know what to charge for this type of service?
It really is trial and error. Like, I feel like sometimes you just need to pick a number out of the air, but no, you want to think about, and there's usually a sweet spot. So we talk about in the business realm of doing something like a founding members launch, which is where you, when this is a brand new thing and you've never done it before and you don't have any content yet and you're just wanting to get this community started, then you would usually offer the founding members the lowest price that you're ever going to offer your membership at, and you open the doors, or you know, offer it to these people for a certain amount of time at this founding member price. And that's your starting point. So it might be $5 a month, it might be $10 a month, it might be $25 a month. You need to kind of be okay with what you're going to be charging. And usually if you're charging a higher price point, you get lower volumes. So if you started with the $5 a month, you're probably going to get more people that want to join for $5. But if you get 100 people, then you've got $500 in revenue. Whereas if you go to something like $20 a month, you would want to start providing more content and more value for them. So if you were looking at providing physical products or things like that, then you could probably charge a little bit more than if you were just going to be going behind the scenes and doing some extra video content or some birthday messages or promoting your sponsors and those kind of things. So you want to do your founding member pricing at the lowest price and then increase it kind of from there. So you might every few months review your pricing and be like, okay, well, we're going to increase it by $5 this month, or and because as the membership grows, obviously there's going to be more content inside of it, whether it's a backlog of videos that you've posted or some podcast episodes that you've created, or it might even just be your blog posts that you've shared over the last 6 months. So it is kind of fair to increase that price a little bit over time, but you have to be comfortable with the price. So I would start low and work your way up. And you'll find that sweet spot when like people stop kind of, or the sales slow down a little bit. Like if you're getting consistent people joining all the time and then you've increased it, then if you increase it and things slow down again, then you can sort of be like, oh, okay, maybe we've reached our point. But you also want to be making sure that it's profitable. So again, coming back to like, what are the expenses that you're outlaying to host the membership, to create everything, to have all of your content done, to send out these things to people, you want to be making sure that's profitable and you're not actually spending more than what you're getting in return for each member. And thinking about whether you're okay with going with low cost, high volume, or whether you want to go higher cost but lower volume.
Yeah, and I think that's going to depend on, again, like what you can actually offer, what you're willing to offer, the time you're going to be putting into it. You know, how good are your sponsors? Can they give you a box of merchandise to give away? Can they give you a box of you know, one of their products to send out? So it's about knowing what they've got available to give to you as well. But this also ties back to you guys having a sponsorship agreement. I definitely think that it's an added bonus and more value if you do have a membership site, because again, they are a more engaged audience. You think they're going to potentially be with you for 12 months, because ideally that membership site period would be at least either have it month by month or at least like for a 12-month option.
Yeah.
And I guess the next big question, Zoe, people would be asking, well, how do people pay us to get into these membership sites?
So through both PayPal and Stripe, you can set up recurring payment links through both of those platforms. Those platforms are free to sign up for, but they do take a small fee on each payment that is processed. So I think off the top of my head, it's quite small. So off your $5, you know, subscription fee, you're probably only going to get charged, you know, a few cents in fees. But it means that they kind of take care of everything. So they will automatically charge your members each month or each year, depending on how you've set up your payment links. But it's just as simple as sending them a link to Stripe or PayPal and saying, here's the link to join the membership. Obviously, the benefit in doing your payment links through a website, for example, so mentioning Kajabi earlier, is you can use Stripe and PayPal through Kajabi, and then you can automate the things that happen next. So when you do something through Stripe and PayPal, looking at the simplest way to do it, you will then have to manually send those people, hey, here's the link to join the Facebook community, or send them an email to say, welcome to the community, welcome to our membership. Whereas if you do it through a website, Kajabi is one option, but there are other website platforms out there that allow this kind of thing. Then you can automate those steps. So the process becomes they sign up through the Stripe link, but then it automates that email to go through to them to say welcome, and then it gives them the next steps. It gives them the links that they need to have, and you can capture automatically their address. So if you're sending out, you know, gifts from your sponsors or things like that, merchandise packs, whatever, then you don't have to go manually emailing them and being like, hey, can I just get your address so that I can send you this thing? You can automate all of that. So again, that's probably the benefit in having a website kind of created and those kind of things automated to save you time, because I'm sure you guys don't want to be spending time emailing or trying to get people's addresses.
Do you know if you need to have an ABN to set up those two accounts?
Yes, because this would be classed as business. So yes, I would suggest it will require you to put in your ABN and your business details, but the business details could just be your name. But when you set up those accounts, it will ask you, but an ABN is free. So if you haven't already got one, you can just go and create one through the I think it's just through the government website, but I was going to say, I would just Google set up ABN in Australia, and that would be, and it's free to set up. So then if you do end up, you know, doing the membership side of things, you are covered. Whereas and it's not going to charge you anything if you don't end up following through with it.
So once we've set it up, we've done our strategy plan of what the membership site's going to look at. We've established what our prices are going to be. We might have 1 or 2 tiers. We might even have 3 tiers. Whatever, how many tiers we want to have is fine. We've set up our ABN and we've set up our payment systems. What's the next step?
We want to start. Well, firstly, I would make sure that you've at least got a couple of months worth of content planned, so that you're not like, you know, oh, great, we've got members, now I don't know what to do. So you want to have at least a few months worth of content planned. Ideally, I do recommend mapping out at least some topics or like what you're going to share for 12 months so that you know upfront, okay, we're going to talk about this, or I'm going to share this. If you've got upcoming events, you know, that would be a great thing to map out in your content calendar to be like, okay, well, we've got a big race meet, you know, in this particular month, so let's talk about that, or whatever it is. So I would map out some content so that you're not scrambling at the last minute, and then you can start to promote it. So ideally, if you've got an email database, these are the people that you would be promoting to the most. So email marketing has a much higher conversion rate than social media. So I'd still promote it on your social media and start talking about it and add the link to your Instagram bio and on your Facebook page and those kind of things. But ideally, I would be emailing your email database and telling them all about it, telling them why they should join and what they're going to get, and sending them several emails. So one is usually not enough. Usually we need to send a couple because people miss out emails, they're busy, or they click on it and they're like, yes, I'm going to come back and I want to do that. And then, you know, one of the kids comes and asks for a snack. And so we end up distracted. So I would be emailing them, you know, regularly. And try and work it into your social media content and you know, that kind of strategy as well. So there's a couple of ways that you can do membership style offers. You can do it open and closed. So you might only open the doors for your membership for a certain amount of time to create a little bit of urgency about coming to join. So when there's a deadline, people are like, oh, well, I've either got to decide whether I'm in or whether I'm out. Whereas when it's open all of the time, people can procrastinate a little bit. They can be fence sitters and be like, I don't know, do I really want to join? Like, is it really worth it? So that's one option. Obviously, you can open it all of the time and then just every, you know, so often, very regularly though, talk about it in your newsletters, talk about it in your interviews, talk about it in your social media content and those kind of things. But you will find potentially that it could be a little bit slower to build that way. And then the other option is to limit it on numbers. So you might be like, we only let in 50 members a month or something like that, to again create that little bit of urgency for people to actually click through and join, because they want to be one of those exclusive 50 members that comes through in the month of October to join the membership sort of thing. So there's a few different ways that you can kind of promote it. And then obviously you've got your Facebook community set up. People start joining and then they start joining your Facebook community. They get added to a special email database. So you would segment those people, those members, segment them separately. So usually it's through a tag. You would tag those members as members. So when you're sending email content out to members only, you are definitely only capturing those people, because you would hate to send member only content out to your entire email database and people be like, don't even need to pay for that when I just got it for free. So yeah, make sure you tag people on through your email system, whether that's MailChimp or ActiveCampaign or those kind of things, so that you know these are my members, these are not my members.
And just another thing I thought about how we can promote it, you can also send it out to our sponsors to kind of do some sort of content, or, you know, follow our athlete on his journey so that's another opportunity to
yes. And so one thing with that is, if you can, I would almost create some content for them to share. Like, I don't know how the sponsorship agreements kind of work, but I know in like the business course creation side of things, usually when you're doing an affiliate launch like that, the easiest way to actually get them to promote it in the way that you want it promoted is to sort of create some prompts or some content for them so that they can just share it out to their audience without them needing to do a lot of work.
Yeah, that's right. It's another opportunity. You've given us so many things. I think we've covered everything, but is there anything else we've missed?
No, I don't think so. I think it's just getting clear on what you want to include inside of your membership, and then choosing your price, so which would come from how much you're including, how much you're not including, thinking about the platform that you're going to use to deliver it. So is a Facebook group going to be sufficient, or do you need to look at things like Kajabi, or adding in different elements to deliver the content, mapping out 12 months worth of content so that you know what you're going to be delivering for people. And sometimes people do want to know, like, ahead of time, like, what are we going to be talking about? Like, what's the benefit of coming in? What am I going to know? And then, setting up your payment links, promoting it, welcoming in all those members, and then getting that recurring revenue to help fund racing or, you know, all of those kind of things.
It's wonderful things. All those wonderful expenses that we motorsport athletes have.
I feel like as a wife of a car enthusiast, I do kind of feel a little bit of your pain, because it's like sometimes I think he wants to be a race car driver. Like, no, not having time for the fun. Obviously, Zoe, you can help people set up those membership sites through Kajabi. If people are interested in doing that and just want to have a general chit chat about getting started, what's the best way to contact you? The best way is probably through my website, which has all of the juicy details that you need to know, which is just zoerichmondcoaching.com. So that's got a list of all the ways that people can work with me. You can learn a bit more about Kajabi and whether that is right for you. I would say Kajabi is if you want to do a more robust membership setup where you want to include things like lots of video content and those kind of things, then something like Kajabi is an all-in-one platform where you can have your website, you can have your email marketing, you can have your podcast, you can have your blog, you can have your membership, payment links, all of that. You can have it all in one place rather than starting to add on all of those various different other softwares. But obviously, if you're looking for something more just like a community-based membership, then something like a Facebook group is perfectly fine.
The other thing about Kajabi is they do have the one-on-one coaching facility, and a lot of the athletes do go into driver coaching, so they might do that to earn extra money as well. So having that online feature could be just another way to deliver their service. So if something happened, if COVID happened then, or if they were injured, they might be able to offer that coaching service directly online without having to have another platform like a Zoom or doing a video call or something. It's also built within Kajabi they can use. Yes,
they really have thought of just about everything.
I love Kajabi. Zoe and I love Kajabi, if you haven't guessed.
If you haven't already, and if you just head over to social media, you will see my entire feed is just, but it's made my life so much easier. And I guess my entire business is built around the platform. So I will be forever thankful.
And if you did miss last week's episode on the Motorsport Coaching Podcast, we did go into websites, and there is a lot more around the features and the benefits of utilizing Kajabi. We also do cover WordPress, Winx, all the different setups, the main, website platforms that you can use, and the pros and cons of each of those. So I'll put that link in there too of today's show notes with all of Zoe's details where you can find her and get in contact with her. And again, thank you, Miss.
My pleasure. It's been so lovely chatting with you about something I'm so passionate about.
So am I. We love membership sites. We love Kajabi and Canva. I was laughing before because when you go the 12-month plan about a membership site, I was like, right, I'm now going to
Canva.
That's right. I was like, another Canva template.
There we go. Added a bit more value in right there. Yeah. Another few hours spent in Canva. Absolutely. Can definitely relate.
And guys, obviously, if you haven't found the world of Canva yet, Canva is fantastic for all your social media images. It can even has real templates now, but you can just simply upload your branding. It can help you even develop your brand content. It's like the colors, the schemes, the font, everything like that can go to Canva, and it's a really good graphic design tool. But I'll probably do an episode around Canva.
I think you need to. I definitely think you need to.
All right, so thank you again for joining us, guys. Make sure you race over to ZoeRichmondCoaching.com.
Thank you.
for more info.
Thank you.
Are you at the end? That's all.
No, not on that one. No.
I'd love to find out some more information. Highly recommend. This is something unique within motorsports that you can get up and running. As you can see here, all the value for not only yourself, developing and growing your fan base, connecting with them, having that warmer audience, so it's going to be easier to sell merchandise and products and services from your sponsors or anything of those kind of affiliate links that you may have or discount codes, as Zoe said. And it's certainly a great platform to promote your sponsors as well. I hope you've got some great ideas. Would love to hear if you're setting up a membership site. Send us a link. Over at win@motivatetraining.com.au. Would love to check it out. And of course, if you need any help or guidance, let myself or Zoe know, and we'll be able to help you.
Excellent. Yes, it's been so lovely chatting with you. Thank you for having me.
Thanks, Zoe. Bye.
Bye.